Oh shit.
Yeah, he is. All right, so this is Garrett Langner, from Team Oh Shit.
Oh shit.
Aw shit? Okay, Team Aw Shit. He's playing Constellars, and he topped at our locals for September 2013 meta. Alright, so show us what you were playing with.
Alright, well the build starts off with 3 Pollux. He's like one of the main guys you need to run 3 because he helps speed up the summoning for the deck. 3 Cause because he's what gets you your higher level play, so you can increase the level on any Constellar monster twice per turn. 3 Algidi because like I said for Pollux, it helps speeds up summoning because you'll get an extra special off of him. 3 Sombre, pretty standard just because you get more summons. It's a pretty slow deck in general, so all the cards themselves.
Man, that's the first shine I saw. Was the whole thing DT?
Yeah, everything's DT except for the Sombre, pretty sure.
Jesus.
2 Sheraton. I ran this at 3 for like a couple weeks, and I was just like, I drew into it too much, so I didn't really want to play it at 3 because I had it when I needed it, and I searched for the cards that I needed, but I never really wanted it at 3 because it was just too coggy. I ran 2 for the Herd of the Firefist Bear. This card, I didn't see it a lot, but when I saw it, it definitely won me the game. I know it won me the game round 2 against Dark Worlds. Like, I would not have won that game without Bear. And the one Honest.
Self-explanatory.
Everything's light, so that's obvious. Under the spells, I ran 3 Duality. It's also kind of an obvious thing because, like I said earlier, it's a pretty slow deck. You got to get to the combo pieces that make it speed up. So, 3 Duality. I ran 3 Star Chart. I ran into this a lot, kind of as a dead draw. Like, I had it after I had made my main Exceed plays, and it helped me sometimes when I would be able to draw with it, but I had it dead sometimes, so I might like put it at 2, maybe. I don't know. 3 MST. In this format, that's pretty standard because there's no Heavy Storm anymore, so it's pretty much just whatever you can do for back row height. I ran the 2 Tanky. They put it at 2 for a reason. It's good. I have it at 2. Searches out the Cause and the Bear, so get it whenever. For the 1-ofs, you have Book of Moon, Dark Hole, and Rhoda. I also played 1 Chalice. The Chalice is kind of in there as like a sort of like a tech choice. I wanted to put something in there that would have a negation effect, but not something like Fiendish Chain that they could like MST immediately. So I had it against, I remember a Draco stack, he detached, and there were no tokens, and it kind of screwed his entire play.
What made you choose Chalice over Veiler?
I don't know. I ran into Mind Drain a lot the last week, and it actually stopped, even though...
I guess it just stops the Honest and
it stops the Honest and it stops, like...
Veiler's
Maxine, all the other stuff. Scarecrow even, I had a Scarecrow at one point. So it was nicer. I could set it, and if I needed to, I could get the boost on the attack. To the traps, I ran 2 Mirror Force. Standard, just need massive destruction whenever they attack you. I ran 2 Call of the Haunted because Monster Reborn's gone. It really helps when you need to get certain plays off. Like, there were a couple points where I actually Call of the Haunted at Honest, and I was able to attack with it and then get it back in my hand and use Honest again, so that was pretty useful. And then, if Sombre's not live, but you do have another Constellar in your hand, you can get 1 Constellar that's dead and go into the XP plays. I ran 1 Breakthrough Skill. Sort of the same as Chalice. I'd rather have something set than have the Veilers, just for that reason, for the most part. 1 Compulse, 1 Torrential, and 1 Warning.
I don't think I saw Bottomless in there.
No Bottomlesses. I don't like Bottomless. It removes the stuff that removes. Like, there's always too much negatives on me whenever I remove stuff for some reason. They're always either like getting it back or it gets an effect, like in dragons. Every time you banish a dragon, like whatever.
So on to the extra deck.
Yeah, on to the extra
what
deck.
You're running here.
I ran 1 Pebble Operative, pretty standard. Anything with defense mode, just change it to attack mode. one Pal Dynamo. I didn't go into this at all, but there was a situation where I could have gone into it. I decided against it. I just went for the Persepi to run over it. I would rather just destroy it than have to worry about negating the effects. But this thing's really good because if you're against something like Ophion and they have basically anything, there's almost no way to stop this other than Valor. So it's a really good card to get over other boss monsters. One Dweller, just because I don't think I went into it, but it's there for graveyard effects. One Maestroke.
Good wall.
Standard, good wall. Stalls. I went into it once. Pretty self-explanatory. One Diamond Dire. I went into this once too, just because at the time I couldn't really. I had the bear out and I couldn't go into any of my Constellar monsters, so I went into this and I just destroyed whatever was on the field. One Persepi, because a 3400 beater's pretty awesome, and it also boosts any of the other monsters.
Having some little tiny honest every turn would definitely be nice.
I ran 2 Omega. Last week I was playing 1, and I found it better to run 2 because I found myself in the situation a lot where I needed the second one, and I was just regretting only running 1, so I put the second one in there. One Volcasaurus, because it's just that plus Sky Charger is pretty much a lot of damage, and against something like a Drago Sack maybe. One token up, one Tyrus and one Idris, because those are just kind of, the Idris is there for the virus targets. That's pretty much the only reason I ran him. Tyrus I never went into, but his effects in general could just be really useful. I ran 2 Constellar Pleiades because this is the main guy. Whenever you can level up guys with Cause and you can get both of them to 5, if you can go into this, this is pretty much the guy you almost always go into. One M7 because he's at 1. He's at 1 for a reason. It's really good. I went into this probably 3 or 4 times, overlaying over Pleiades or Omega or one of the other ones, and it stayed alive on the field a lot for that entire turn, so I got his effect off. And then the Guy Charger for
the one guy.
Yeah, the one Guy Charger for BC.
Any changes you were thinking about making to the extra deck?
I don't really know. I think it's a pretty good extra deck. If anything, I think it's pretty strong for the deck that was run.
Alright then. So let's see what you were citing for.
Today, this tournament I ran 10 side cards, mainly because I didn't have the access to any of the other cards that I really wanted, but yeah, I ran 1 Exceed Encore. This card was really good against I think he used it against Big Eye, and then he brought back some dragons or something, and they were level 6, and it was really easy to just screw that up. It was a good play, and it can't be responded to, so in general it's just really nice because you can't do anything to it. I was running the 1 Soul Drain.
Because it's that one.
Because it's that one. Good card. Graveyard effects, need to stop them. Super good. One Eradicator, like I said, for the Adris, you have to have some viruses in there. The one thing I didn't run would be the Deck Debbie. I would have put the Deck Debbie in there if I could find one. But the Eradicator for stuff like Spellbooks and Dark Worlds. Other stuff that runs spells. I ran 2 Heraldry Record, mainly against other of the Exceed stuff. I sided in against the Harvey matchup with Exceed Encore, and that helped me a lot because I got this and the Exceed Encore, and yeah, that helped. I ran 2 Grave of the Super Ancient Orgasm. I didn't side into this at all, but I love this card in general because there's always the potential for this to be great because anything that's level 6 or higher just gets completely shut down. So I like this card because it's good against the higher level monsters. And then I ran 2 Goes match for the Dragon Roller matchup. Obviously they're all different elements, so that's self-explanatory. There's pretty much nothing else that goes into different elements. Everything else is all one, but
they're all the same elements. I wouldn't want to play this game no more.
Yeah, Goes match is good. And then I ran the 2 Mind Drain.
To mind drain. That's what you probably for the Dragon Mind Cap as well with the Gozen.
Definitely.
Stop those blasters.
Yeah, the blaster definitely hurt against a lot of the stuff. And there was actually a point where I had Mind Drain up, and he had drawn into his blaster, and he's like, I scoop, just because. That was the game 2 against the Dragon Ruler.
Alright, now, you said you only run 10 cards in your side deck. So what were you thinking about adding to the side deck if you had access to it?
Like I said, I would put Deck Debbie in there because it's just a good card against stuff at lower level. It'll stop the hand traps if you can get it off. It'll stop most of I can't say the baby dragons anymore because those are all banned, but it stops stuff against decks that have lower attack monsters like Inzectors. I played Inzectors in top 4, and he didn't draw very well, but if I had the Deck Debbie, I would have decided it against him.
What about the XYZ Encore? You were thinking about increasing the count maybe?
I probably would run maybe 2 or 3. I don't really know. I drew into it when I had it sided, so maybe it's just a good card for me at 1. But I'd probably put a second one in there if I can get my hands on one, just because it's good.
Alright, what did you go against? What were some of your matchups? What did you have a good time against? What gave you problems, etc.?
Well, the only thing I lost to today was Dragon Rulers, and that was my first round. I went against Dragon Rulers. He won for game 1, and then I came back with the Xyz Encore, with the big guy, like I said, in game 2, and that actually helped because I was able to make a play with Pleiades at that point. Round 2, I played against Dark Worlds. That wasn't really much of a problem. I 2-0'd him pretty easily. Round 3 was Harpies. Like I said this and against Harpies Druid also for the Phantasmal Dragon or whatever. Or no, it wasn't that. It was I can't remember what it was, but I had this against the Harpies. It was good. Round 4, I played against some fairy agent thing. It was weird. He just played like all the big fairies and some like random dark fairies and the Medi and the Time Lord or whatever. There was a bunch of fairies. It was really, and he played Valhalla, obviously.
That sounds like Dark Lord Turbo.
Yeah. I don't remember what I played top 8. Top 4, like I said, I played Inzectors. That wasn't much of a problem, but he didn't really draw well whatsoever, so I wouldn't really say he wouldn't have had a chance to beat me, but I 2-0'd him. And then in the final round, I played against Trooper Agents. That was really good. The first 2 rounds of that were actually really fast. I got the first one in 3 turns. He got the second one in like 3 turns. And then the third game was a lot better, but it ended up coming down to him playing Card Trooper and milling the 2 fairies he needed to play Christia. And the next turn, I drew into a Pollux, and I tried to activate Call of Haunted because I forgot Christia. You can't throw something Christia on the field. So he was like, oh, sweet, you don't have a monster. And I played Pollux and ran over his Card Trooper for game.
Yeah, I'm still mad about that.
Yeah. But overall, it was a pretty good day. I had fun just because, I mean, I've been playing this deck I played this deck at Regionals. It was pretty good. I like it.
Well, I mean, that was your Constellar deck. We're hoping to see it more in the future. Yeah. See what else you come up. Some crazy techs, maybe. Mm-hmm. All right, and this is once again, Jared. I forgot your last name again.